couldn't even begin to describe to you how bad it was. I was washing my hands constantly. Everything had to be just right. Extreme separation anxiety, wouldn't touch the phone, could barely eat. I had social anxiety. Anything in contact with germs couldn't do. I didn't have many friends. Schoolwork, I had to be perfect. I had to do those things. If I didn't, oh man, I had to do those things.
Ian Christie's struggle with obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD, began right after he started kindergarten.
I couldn't turn in homework because I had to be perfect, and if it wasn't anything less, then I wouldn't turn it in. I was just terrified all the time of different things. I couldn't eat in the cafeteria because of the germs. I would break down in tears a lot of times just at school because it was just the stress was too much. It led to me being homeschooled eventually before I got my problems under control. When I went to public gatherings, stuff like that, parties, I did not like them at all. Just could not do that. And just read a book in the corner or something, or wait in the car while everybody else was there, try to get excuses to leave early.
He says there were times OCD took over his life and his family's. It forced his parents to turn in desperation to a series of doctors and new medications.
It took about 10 years to really hammer out the everything. I went actually in the mental hospital one time to help some problems and a lot of medication changes. And eventually I had a lot of self-discipline, self-mind discipline that I really had to just control myself and say enough is enough and really just take the lead on myself there. There are days where it's worse, but I'm so good at controlling it now. If I do get a relapse, in a couple of days, it's over.
Ian says his message for people suffering from OCD is that it can be overcome.
Everybody has some degree of OCD. I mean, obsessive compulsive is good to some extent. It helps us in everyday life. So when that slowly gets worse and worse and worse, this person can kind of at some point just don't even know they have it and really lose control of what they view as normal. They have to analyze themselves, they have to look at themselves honestly. My problem was I denied it a lot of times and get help. They can't do the problems on their own. And OCD is a chemical imbalance. It needs a attack from medication to solve the problem, so that's one thing. And they need help from friends and family too.
After a decade of struggles, Ian is a healthy 18-year-old with a job where he works with the public.
I'm doing great at work and stuff like that, so it's really turning out good. I would never have been able to do that before, and I'm a lot happier. I mean, back then I don't remember being happy at all.